Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of... Ooh, I can never remember what the correct title is. Higurashi, I believe. When They Cry. So I accidentally skipped a little bit. Man, that's loud. Hold on. Let me turn that down just a wee bit. Let me turn that down to there, hopefully. That should be good. I must turn down my ears. Okay, so when Michan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's going to do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped the moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handedly. Huh? Hey, wait! Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons! You monsters! I love it. Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other three members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly to my face while I was immobilized. No! I let out my death throes. Ooh, okay. Higurashi When They Cry. Oh man, is that the end of the chapter? Oh man, I should have ended there. I thought there was gonna be more. I thought there was gonna be more in depth. Oh, I guess. Okay, I think there is more. Okay, good. Alright, back home I go. Back into the woods. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today, it was just Mion and me walking home together. A rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before? Oh right, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Ooh, right. Over there, you know, at that damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle! There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. If you think I'm saying a swear word, I'm not. I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out that they couldn't settle with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mion spoke excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. And, as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. Ah ha 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 ha! There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None! She promptly cut me off. The same as Rena had, so they don't want to talk about it. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomitake-san said, one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a member by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated. I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Kei-chan, you can't wash that off until you get home, got it? Got it, I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Damn you, Mion, you shall rue this day! If our roles are ever reversed, I'm gonna slop it on. All over your face so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. Ooh, do I get to meet his mom? Or my mom? Oh, maybe not. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Welcome." I feel like I'm doing an ASMR thing now. "Welcome home, Keiji. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay?" He can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Mayabaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it just be easier to get an idea? Wouldn't it just be easier getting an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household. So it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Ah, come on. Please don't use my room as the motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please take a walk out back or something. His bad move is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to unless I had to. The roads out night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Miyano Satoko ever find out about that, I smiled wryly. Oh yeah, Rina was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure, the dam construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam construction site. Tomitake-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Reina and Mion denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask him for more details. To ask, was there really dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. Alright. Walking through the river, over the bridge, through more woods. Oh man. Alright, to the construction site. I spotted Reina struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rina would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey Rina! Looks like you're working up a sweat. Ooh. Beautiful music change. Whoa, Keiichi-kun! What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party? Huh? Accident? Huh? But there was a report that Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile. Huh? Oh, that. You scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. Eh? You came for me? How? Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Reina blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, huh? What part was the joke? What part was it? I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders? Ah, sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there. The Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. According to Reina, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she'll be able to do that with her slender arms. But Colonel Sanders is so cute! There's a chain on Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though. I should be able to take this one home. How? If Reina gave up on this Colonel Sanders, I keep on wanting to say Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Reina's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Reina blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. Of course, I spilled some drink on myself. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help. You just get in the way, so stay back. I guess that's me lifting something up. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out there, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Reina, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I'd need an axe or a saw or something. That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. I'm just doing it for you, Reina. Don't worry about it. Oh, she'll blush again. Yeah. Reina began sputtering and turned beet red. Ah, whoops. I meant to say I was trying my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope. I guess that right up there. I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat. Reina patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Reina took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Reina was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not-so-reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. If it was just as Tometake-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of a murder. These are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded, somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Reina had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Reina and Mion said they didn't know, but it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tometake-san wasn't lying, then both Reina and Mion. Ah, yeah, there it was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. Oops. Come on, there we go. An incident that neither Reina nor Mion wished to talk about, trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions. That made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Whoa, okay. Hinamizawa dam worker lynching, murder by dismemberment. Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph in colored pages at the front. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Reina could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph pages. The police investigators were carrying a body bag. And newspaper reporters were all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site. Lynching and murder by dismemberment. Murder/dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as it happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was. Whoa! Okay. The assailants. Oh my god. Alright. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces. The head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally, a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. It was a mere merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder, done by a group of people. With hatchets. With pickaxes. With an axe. Oh. Ah. Ah! Ah! Oh, she changed clothes. Eek! Sorry! Did I startle you? Did I startle you? Rena dropped the axe. She had an axe in her hand. Rena dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. Keiichi-kun, you see earlier, yeah, you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I brought an axe for you, from the shed. Rena fluttered her arms in a panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess my action was a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry as well, I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out, and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we can break that last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Alright. Higurashi When They Cry. 7th Expansion Productions. Alright. What's next? Do we go home? That's the end of the chapter. You have received new tips. The Hinamizawa Dam, and I missed the other one. Achievement unlocked. 1 man's trash. And I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. It seems a little bit light, but it seems appropriate to end it at the end of a chapter. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to save this one quickly. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.